Welcome to the Minute Masters, guys, and today I'll be reviewing the biggest car cleaning kit I've owned to date. Lots of cool stuff right here. We're gonna have fun cleaning my truck, and we'll be able to use every single one of these, and we'll talk our way through it. We're gonna have a lot of fun. Let's get started. So the car cleaning kit I'm referring to is the Salty Captain 20-piece car cleaning kit. This is a mega kit, lots of stuff here. So it comes with this foam scrub brush, this like microfiber scrub brush, this stiffer brush, microfiber towels, all these different cleaning soaps. This kind of towel here has this like honeycomb-ish back, the captain's pistol or captain's musket, spray nozzles for every one of the soaps, this microfiber mitt, these two honeycomb bucket inserts for the two buckets, and two lids. Now, I want to bring your attention back to the captain's musket. So it is thus called that because if you look at it, it kind of has that slightly curved handle shape that you would typically see of like basically a pirate's pistol. And yes, the whole kit leans very heavily into the pirate theme. It's on everything, including the buckets. But this thing is really cool. Now, when you go to buy this kit, you have three options. You have this option to get the captain's musket. You have an option 2 for your typical kind of hose foam cannon attachment, similar to like chemical guys. And then you have an attachment that goes onto a pressure washer. To be honest with you, I've used this already so far, full disclosure, and this thing is really cool. So it comes disassembled and you have to put it together. So like you put in a gasket here, there's a gasket that goes between your kind of foam canister and there. And then it actually comes in the box like so, and you throw a gasket inside this thing, screw that on, and what all these segmentations are for is this quick detach feature. So adding this gives you the ability to click this on and take it off. This attachment is the foam cannon, and then the attachment right here is basically the jet setting on a typical like hose wand. So when you need a nice tight brown stream, you put that thing on there. But I do like how simple it is. And then as far as operating it, there's the nose chute, the water chute, and the foam chute. Kind of reminds you of a firefighter's nozzle for any of those ever handled one. So it's actually kind of the reverse of a firefighter one, normally pulling back chutes. But yeah, pull it back, close it off, full forward is soaping. So now we covered it, let's go clean something. So to kick off the wash, what you're gonna wanna do is take their automotive car wash and you fill it up to the 30 milliliters or 50 milliliter lines on there, and then screw it back into the pistol. Yes, because this is from Australia, everything is going to be in metric and not, SAE or standard, but at least all the directions go, so it shouldn't be too hard. I'm starting off with the stream nozzle because I like to get the truck all wet before I'll start foaming. So let's go. All right, so to kick this thing off, I've put the stream nozzle on here, and we'll just use that to bust all the heavy dirt. Now, you're watching an OBS Ford channel and you're like, what is this 15th generation aluminum body doing here? Well, I have a really good explanation for that. The purple truck is sitting in the garage because the battery is as dead as a doornail because I left the door open in my last video shoot and I didn't realize it. So I can't take it out today. But also snapshot, that bumper's getting clean, lots of cool stuff coming. So, silver truck is getting the treatment today. Let's get after it. All right, so the truck's wetted down. Time for the foam tip. So with the truck all foamed down, you get their pad and start washing. So it's not a true brushless or touchless car wash, but assuming you've got all the heavy dirt and grime and your mitt is clean, you shouldn't be doing too much damage. So now that I've got the whole thing foamed up and washed down, we'll go back and we'll just use the water setting on the pistol. Now, one thing I have noticed, and you'll just watch it here, when you first turn it on, you'll notice there's a bit of a soap mixture and then it clears up. So I recommend you run it for a few seconds, get the soap out, and then start your wash down. Otherwise, you'll put soap on your vehicle. And yeah, it will take an extra second or two longer, but one less thing you have to do. So here we go. The next part of this whole kit is the drip dry, and it's like a post-wash coating. And basically the directions are totally clear, but I just filled this thing all the way up, which is like the 90 milliliters. And then you spray the whole vehicle down, and then you immediately rinse it off, and that's it. You've kind of coated your truck. So let's go. So now that I've applied the drip dry, I've started to hose it off, rinse it off. I think one of the things that you'll notice with that is the water just seems to bead up and then roll pretty much right off in a much more uniform way than it would without it. So I'm going to keep rinsing the whole thing off, and then we'll dry with the included microfiber towels. Now I'll tell you, the first thing you're going to notice when you dry off your truck with their included microfiber towels after you use that drip dry, it feels very slick, very smooth, and it just seems to dry up super nicely. So I'm probably going to use all like 5 of the included towels to get the whole truck dry, and then my helper's prepping the wheels for the next segment. So just a quick note, one microfiber cloth got this whole side of the cab, part of the hood, and around the grill before it felt a little too wet and it was just leaving smear marks. So I'd say that's pretty good from a couple of microfiber towels. And to confirm, there is 5. Real quick, guys, I'm still selling stickers. So I got the MinuteMaster script, the OG MinuteMaster spark plug logo, and the popular OBS Sunrise and the Never Found Club. Link in the description. Let's get back to wrenching. So next on the list is to use their wheel shine. So my lovely assistant has already applied it to this tire. As you can see, this stuff's clear. When it goes on, yeah, that's some nasty stuff. So I'm sure you all have your theories. It's probably brake dust metal that's been coated to the tire, the wheel, and it's cleaning off. So I'd take that as a good sign. And then I'm gonna use the coarse brush that they sent in the kit and use that to scrub the entire wheel and tire. And then we'll go on to the next one. So I want you guys to check this out. I've already rinsed a couple of the wheels off, so I've already know what's gonna happen. But here we go. Look at all that black stuff. Nasty stuff right there. I would say that cleaner really does the trick if it's taking that much stuff off. All right, so the last step in our journey of car cleaning will be using the tire shine. So the directions say to spray it directly onto the tire and then use the applicator. But I found, since I've already tried this, that if you spray it directly on the tire, the overspray tends to make other things shiny that you're not necessarily looking to have shiny. So I'm just going to spray it directly on the applicator and rub it in. That's it. So I wanted to bring you back. It's had some time to kind of dry and cure, so that's what it looks like. And as you can see, like in the lugs where I didn't try to get it, so that's what the tire would normally look like dry, and that's what it looks like with that tire shine on. So I'd say it looks pretty good. Now real quick, just overall quality, truck's looking super shiny. You can see the reflection of the sky, grill, all the chrome, really shiny. I mean, I got nothing to complain about with any of the products. And if you want to see what it looks like when you don't do any of the scrubbing, check out the place I wasn't able to get with either their soap or that drip free that spray. So clear difference in how these look. So yeah, get your stuff looking shiny. All right guys, if you're looking for an all-encompassing car cleaning kit, I would try out the Salty Captain. Lots of good things here. If you are looking to put one together from scratch, I think you'll end up buying most of this stuff anyway, piecemeal, and it probably cost you more money. Plus, you can grab this Musket. And I gotta say, this is probably one of my favorite things in this whole kit. Just being able to quickly swatch attachments and then just go to town. It's just a real favorite. The other thing is, I've used a lot of microfiber towels. These are actually really high quality and sop up a lot of water. So love those. And then as you saw with the wheel wash, all that crud that was coming off, super impressed with that. And again, just all the little things that you'll have to pick up along the way. So there'll be a link down in the description if you want to check out getting the kit for yourself. See ya.